Hi, it's Emma Burford here, and I wanted to share with you the latest new addition to Facebook groups, which is you're now able to add units into some of the groups. So if you are new to groups, this is a perfect time if you're thinking of putting a course together or you want to set something running, then it's a good time to set up a new group and add course info into it. If you have an old group, you can change the type of group that you have to a school or class group. That's the type of group that at the moment is being rolled out with units. But at the moment this has been seen to change the group's posting structure in quite a big way, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend you jump straight in and do that, because the posts are at the moment then being reordered and shuffled into a weird order. So this is ideal if you're new to groups and you want to set up a new group, or you want to set up a new group for a course or something you're setting up. So I'll show you how to do it just briefly and show you the one that I set up earlier today. So this feature's just rolled out, so you should have it, but you might not be aware of it. So if you go to your home setting where all your sidebar is, and you go down to the bottom, you can go to group here and it says create a group. So first you need to put in a name. So if I put in test group, for example, you need to add somebody. So I'm going to put in my son, bless him, for now, just we'll add him in. You can pin it to your shortcut here, this little button here, which means it will come up in your shortcuts on the left hand side here. You don't have to though, you can always add that into your shortcuts and your favourites and reorder them later, but if you want to do it automatically you can add it here. Then you go to create it and it will come up. We give it a couple of minutes. Oh yeah, so we need to pick an icon. So yeah, let's go for parcel present for the moment and click OK. So here we go, we've got our group has opened up. Now there are lots of things that you need to do at some stage for your groups. You know, you can add a nice picture to go in the header of the group. Always a good idea to get something in the middle space here, so that when it's viewed on mobile that will also show up in the middle. So that's just a little tip. You may need to play around with that, so that the bit in the middle of your picture is actually the bit that will show up on your mobile phones. Anyhow, going back to the units, what we need to do now is go in and change the type of group that it is. So we're going to go into the edit group settings. So you click this little dots here, click in edit group settings, and we need to add the group type that it is. So we're going to go in here, I'm going to pick a group type. I haven't checked all of them out, but I do know that it's the school and class one here that will allow you to add units, and I'll show you what that means in just a moment. So if we add that in, obviously if this was a real group you'd add a good description, you'd add your tags, you could add a location, you can even pick a web and email address, and make sure obviously privacy settings, I'll just show you those very quickly. This is a closed group so anyone can find it, but only members can see posts, but you can go into your settings afterwards and change who can actually post, whether anyone can add members or whether it's just the admins and the moderators. So actually, yeah, you can add that here. So all group posts must be approved by an admin or moderator. I wouldn't ever want to probably do that, but for in the actual group settings, once you've set it up, you can actually change it so that only admins can actually add people to your group. So anyhow, I'm going to leave it like that for now. Click save, and then we will see in a moment. What's it saying? Saved, yeah, okay. So we're going to go back to the top of the group. Let's go back to the main group now and add some units. Let me just do that 1 second. Okay, so I'm just going to refresh the page, and then you'll notice at the top here along here you've got create a unit right in the middle. So let's just show you how you do that. So if you are doing a course, you may want to number and name these. I know I've been doing that in my new group that I've been setting up this morning, but if you want to just put in unit, it's going to say that actually, so if we just put in one module, I can't spell today, but this might help if I type it correctly. You can put what that is. This is all about you. Anything you want to put in. Now, if you want optional units, that will actually create a drop down menu below that unit. So I'll show you that one in a second. So if we create it like this, you will then see in the left hand side under this test group we've got units, unit 1, and what it's saying here is make some posts in this unit. So obviously what you can do is go in and create any kind of test post and post that there. You can add a video, so if you were doing a course with some videos, you could either add a link to the YouTube video or a Facebook video you could upload into your actual group. You can add your docs and files and all your other features that are normally in your groups as well, and live videos. So pop that in there. And so then you can go on and create another one. So if you want to create an additional unit, you can go back up to units and you can create another unit. So you could call it 2 module, whatever you're going to call it, blah blah blah, if you want to create it or not. Actually, I'll do that one without. So if you create that like that, what you can then do is if you go back to the units, you can actually reorder them. So you can actually click on here, move it upwards or downwards, move to the top or the bottom. So you can make module 2 number 1, you could change them around. That doesn't seem to have changed for me. I think you probably need to refresh it again, so let's have a look. Yep, so there we go. You need to just refresh. So module 2 is now at the top. You can go in and edit any of the information in there. So this is new, literally came out, the first time I saw it was yesterday. Set it up in one of my groups, which I'm going to be running for my Facebook ads mastermind group, which will be upsell to my Facebook challenge that's coming out very soon. So it's a really good way of being able to store your content inside Facebook. You may want to have it on a website as well, but that's entirely up to you. But a lot of people are going to find this very useful because there's no setup. You know, it's not like having to build a website. So if you're going to be running a course or a challenge or anything like that, it could be really useful. So that's how it looks at the moment. Obviously, the more we start to use these, we'll get to see other things, I'm sure, being added in. But it's going to be a great way of being able to keep our content under one place. Obviously, you go back in and people can post under that unit, and you know, you can add things. Obviously, once it's populated, we'll get a better idea of how it's going to look overall as a group, but that will come in time. So hope that you found that really useful. As I say, it's hot off the Facebook press, so go and check it out. If it's something you want to do, let me know in the comments below how you find it. Catch up again soon. Bye bye.